please, we have a lot of assemblies. So let's try and hurry up and then sit down so that you take the oath and we move on, please.
Please put on the mic before you take the oath.
Issue shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Please introduce yourself to the committee.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I'm Alhaji Imuro Yakubu Kapao, District Chief Executive for Kumbongo District Assembly.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I'm Sekina Tutahiru, District Coordinating Director.
Tahiru Idrisu is my name, Internal Audit.
Joseph Akanva, District Finance Officer.
Yakubu Abubakari, Engineer.
Have all of you introduced yourselves?
Yes, Honorable Chair.
Kumbongo, we come back to cost of revenue collection. You have Seidu Juna being paid 33,938 Ghana cedis, and Seidu brings in 10,920. Yusuf Sumani, you pay him 31,562. He brings in 2,960. 2,000. That Muhammad Rahman, you pay him 28,916 and brings in 12,165. Why?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I will get your indulgence and ask the Finance Minister, Finance Officer, to explain to us.
You want to take us to position?
Thank you very much.
Mr. Chair. Honorable Ato forcing that there's a gentleman here who wants to take his position, so he should be careful.
That's right. Thank you very much, Chairman. Actually, that was the situation in 2024. Based on that, the auditors recommended that management should exercise strong oversight on the activities of the collectors. And we did that with the following actions. We set a target for them. First, we invited them for a meeting. And then we asked them the same questions like the way we were asking. Their collection was far below what they were taking as salary. And we wanted to know what was the cost from them and probably from the office so that we can address the issue. So they came out with some of the issues they encountered. And then we came out with the strategies for 2025. And some of the strategies or the actions we put in place was we set targets for them in the first place. We did a supervision. It will strengthen our supervision. With that, we thought that in 2024 wasn't enough. And then we held public meetings and sensitization to some of the stakeholders, for example, the chiefs and other stakeholders. We had to go to them, talk to them, the need for them to allow certain areas to be collected. So when we did that, in 2025, we had a much improvement in terms of the collection as compared to the 2024. Well, in the 2025, we had an average. When you look at the three of them, there's a table that we have given for their performance. On an average, about 70% collection for 2025, as against the 2024, which was around 50%. So even though they haven't achieved the target that we set for them, but there was much improvement from the 2024. So based on the measures put in place, because when you look at most of us, we equally got there somewhere 2025. The Honorable DC, he got there April 2025. I got there May 2025. My coordinating director, I think just a month or two. And then, so we think that some of the measures that we have put in place, we are thinking that 2026, we are going to see a much improvement even from what they have done for 2025. Thank you very much.
Those people working there, who was there at the time of the audit in 2024? Which one of you was there at the time of 2024?
I was the internal audit.
You were the internal auditor, and you saw these, or you didn't see them till the auditors pointed it out to you?
It was also in our audit reports. We reported that in the internal audit reports.
Internal audit report. You told the management, and they didn't listen to you till the external auditors came.
I can't say they didn't listen to us. We had a problem. We just that we had to report it, but we knew what was going on.
Was there a conflict also over there?
There was some, no, there was no conflict. That our main revenue areas, we have some winning at a certain place. And the youth over there were like at a point, they were having problems with our collectors. So we had to, we were on it until recently where we succeeded in meeting the chiefs and all this. And there were meetings, several meetings to resolve those things so that at least we could have a way out. But it's like those were part of the strategies when the report came out and we went into it. Yes.
MC, you see what you are living with. Just like I told the other political appointees, you are going to be blamed if things don't go well.
Yeah.
If these people were bringing in even as much as they get paid, or a little bit more, it will help. It will help.
Yes.
Kumungu, you are discharged.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
We call Sanarugu. It's Nanton that I need to call. It's Nanton around.
Honorable Chair.
Yes, sir.
I think they have an issue in.
Hello, Kumbungu. Have a seat. I hear you have an issue, another issue. Where is it?
Under delayed projects, 470, Common Fund, paragraph 470.
Is it utilization or accounts? Utilization.
Yeah. No, Common Fund. DACF, when you go to paragraph 470, the last part of the table.
Yeah. Yeah, there were two items. Construction of a 1 number 3 unit classroom block. And then the other one is construction of a district stores at Kumbungu district. What is the situation of these projects?
Mr. Chair, Honorable Chair, the coordinating director will explain.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Please, with regards to the construction of one number 3 unit classroom block, it has been completed and handed over. But the construction of stores is still ongoing. It's about 90% complete.
Auditors, could you confirm, please?
Honorable Chair, the construction of the classroom block has been completed, as indicated. Then with regards to the stores, it has been roofed, but we can't tell the percentage of work done, but some work has been done on that, but it has not been completed yet.
Okay, so when you go back, please comment on it for us so that we can hold them accountable for it. All right. Now you are finally discharged.
Thank you, Honorable Chair.
All right. Nanton, please.
Okay, please, let's start. Do in the name of Almighty God swear.
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
That the evidence I shall give before this committee.
That the evidence I shall give before this committee.
Touching the matter in issue.
Touching the matter in issue.
Shall be the truth.
Shall be the truth.
The whole truth. And nothing but the truth.
And nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Please introduce yourself to the committee.
Okay. I am Isa Abdullah Jimba, engineer.
I'm Kwanate Jennifer, internal auditor.
I'm Musa Yusuf, coordinating director.
I am Honorable Rosina Zenabu Abdurrahmani, District Chief Executive.
I'm Abdullah Sumayetu, District Finance Officer.
Okay. Honorable Abuna Osiasa will take care of it.
Nanton, it has to do with delayed projects, the tune of 1.9 million Ghana cedis. A chief's compound, GES directorates building, a 6-unit classroom block, 3 chief's compound, GES directorates building, and then a 6-unit classroom block. Can you please give us an update?
Thank you. Thank you very much, Chairperson. May I hand over to my coordinating director to answer the question, please?
Honorable Chair, all these projects that you have mentioned were actually delayed. However, we have budgeted these projects under our legacy project in 2026, for 2026. However, all the projects are above 50% completion. Thank you.
So, meaning nothing has been done about it. It's still as it is. You're waiting for funding for 2026.
Yes, please.
And you couldn't prioritize it in 2025?
Absolutely.
Why?
I should think that maybe...
Not that you should think. Tell me exactly what is on the ground. We don't make guesses and assumptions here.
For this, maybe my Honorable Chief Executive may help.
Why?
Because they were delayed projects, they were ongoing projects. And I should think that that's what I'm suggesting, that maybe it was, they wanted to put up new
Director,
ones.
were you there or you were not there?
I was not there.
Exactly. So say so and say your DCE may have that answer for the committee. That's all.
But I'm surprised at your posture. Others came, when they had done it, they said yes. Those who hadn't done it, they said no. You ask and then they tell you, oh, we have done it to this point, we've done that. Nobody tells us. I'm assuming that. So if it's your DC you want her to answer, I'll be happy to hear from a lady, just like myself.
Chair, before you even move on, this project at 2024, am I correct?
Yeah.
2024.
2024, thereabout. We have 2022.
Okay, so...
From 2022 to date.
So you were not there, so 2025 they should have budgeted to continue legacy. Yes. And I know a percentage was given for legacy project. Am I correct?
That's okay.
So why didn't you continue to do this?
I'll hand over to my Honorable Chair to answer this. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We are in the process of implementing our legacy projects, and the rest have been even budgeted for in the 2026. So we are in the process.
So usually when projects are delayed, the cost goes up. And knowing very well that if the cost goes up and the increment in the cost is more than 10%, you know what the law says about that?
Yes, Chair.
What does the law say about that?
My auditor is here, she'll respond.
I thought you answered yes. But that's okay. Madam Auditor, can you help us?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Please, when the variation cost goes beyond 10%, the contract is terminated and re-awarded and repackaged to be awarded.
Making it more expensive for you.
Yes, please.
You had an opportunity to look at this in 2025. Like others have, come to tell the committee they have finished, they have handed over, or it's about 95% complete. I hope it will not be delayed further.
Yes, please, Honorable.
Because the more you delay, the more costs you incur on bringing it to completion.
Yes, Honorable.
And if we can save money and use it for other equally important things, I think we should do that.
Yes, Honorable. Thank you very much.
Okay. That's all we have for Nanton. And Nanton, can you confirm for us the various deductions that comes through your DACF?
Okay, thank you. We have the NILAC deduction and HIV/AIDS. That's what we have.
HIV/AIDS?
Yes, AIDS/HIV. We have that one too. But that one, they normally send it to us. We pay to them.
You pay to them?
Yes.
So currently you have the HIV deductions and then the NALAC.
Yes.
Beyond that, Nanton, you haven't got any other deduction. Previously you had.
Yeah, the Zoom Lion too.
That was previous.
Yeah, that was.
But moving
but
forward,
now yes, it has.
It's no more a deduction on your DACF.
Yeah. But the SIP too continues. SIP continues.
What is SIP continues, please?
package under the Zoom Lion.
Sanitation and improvement package.
Yes, please.
Under Zoom Lion.
Yes.
It's been deducted.
Yes.
Ah,
I remember this year they asked us to. It was deducted as source, and then the subsequent.
In 2025.
No,
First quarter.
No. I mean this year.
This year.
That's okay.
This year we've not received 2025. Director.
2025.
I don't like the inconsistency. Who is speaking? One person should speak at a time. Honorable DC, can you please direct who should speak on this?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. May I allow my finance to respond to this?
Thank you. Madam Finance, can you please?
In 2025, first quarter, it was deducted at source. But subsequent ones, it will come and then we will pay.
Okay, you will pay on your own.
Yes, but
so
now
no
the
more
Zoom Lion fumigation has been stopped.
Okay.
But there's no correspondence with the SIP.
I'm lost. What is the SIP?
Yeah, to the Zoom Lion, we have two payments.
Okay.
We have fumigation, and we have sanitation and improvement program. So package. So that one we still pay, but the Zoom Lion is stopped.
So the assemblies, is that the same for all the assemblies, that you have two deductions and sanitation and improvement package, you said, and then you have fumigation?
Yes.
And so one is off and then the other is on. Is this consistent with other assemblies? Because those who left earlier.
Madam, sorry, if we got her well, unless I didn't get her well.
Yes.
You are saying the deductions have stopped, but you still pay from your revenue.
Still pay for, yes, from common fund.
Okay, from your common
fund. From your common fund at headquarters.
Yes, please.
Is it at source or?
No, not at source. They will pay into our account. We will make the payment.
Madam, then you did not hear my question.
Okay, sorry.
I said, moving forward, now, the deductions that they make from headquarters, let me know. And you said HIV/AIDS, but now they even give it to you and then you pay, and so and NALAG. So apart from NALAG, Nanton, you don't pay any other, they don't deduct at source from common fund on your...
No, they don't.
Okay, well noted.
Thank you, Chair.
Please, I'm done.
Chair, just a follow-up question. With regards to Zoom Lion, the payment you are making from your common fund at the district level, do you have contract with Zoom Lion?
Yes, please.
From the district, you have a
yes, please.
Contract, fresh contract with them, so you are paying them.
Fresh contract, but as far back to 2025.
You know there was a directive.
Yes.
There was a directive. You should engage those who would do the sanitation program for you. So if you say date back, then you're not complying. That's why I'm asking you, do you have contract, like internal contract with Zoom Lion? So on what basis are you paying?
Mr. Chair, now, no. We don't have any contract with Zoom Lion now.
Madam, this my third term being on this committee. My third term being on this committee. And most of the time when the assemblies come, they claim they don't have a contract with Zoom Lion. I would suggest strongly you guys go through your offices. You will find a contract over there. Call your Zoom Lion representative. Sometimes Zoom Lion will call you guys. The MMDC's coordinating director, sometimes your sanitation guy. And you guys will go around, you have some capacity building. Isn't that so? When you guys go, they give you a piece of paper which some of you sign. You turn around and it's a contract. I said this is my third term being on this committee. And then usually Zoom Lion comes with a representative. Now Zoom Lion representative is not here today. if they were here, they would have pulled out a contract for you, which you may have signed 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. So double check, call your Zoom Lion rep and ask, do we have a contract? And go through that. You see? Yes, sir.
Sorry, please, who is the coordinating director?
Please, I.
Okay. I think he indicated rightly that as far back as 2025, they have a contract with Zoom Lion. What I know is that, like Deputy Rankin was saying, there was a directive that they shouldn't sign any contract with Zoom Lion. But before the DCs and the MDCs were appointed, it was the coordinating directors who were acting. So they committed the assemblies before the DCs came. So, Madam DC,
yes,
ask your coordinating director, there's a contract. Director, do you have a contract?
I have not cited one from Nanton. For Nanton.
You were also not there.
I was not so there.
But my district, they did it. The coordinating director committed the assembly before the DC even took over. So when you go there now, it is Zoom Lion that is still in charge of sanitation. But the mode of payment is not deducted at source as it used to be. They now pay themselves from the assembly. Is it? That is the issue.
You see, honorable member, that's why I was asking that coordinating director needs to call the Zoom Lion rep for your district.
So now that you don't have a contract with Zoom Lion, how are you managing sanitation, the evacuation of refuse and other? How are you going about it? Let us know.
Madam Chair, we are currently still have contracts with Zoom Lion as far as sanitation improvement package is concerned. But the rest, we've been given directives to cease having the contract with them, have our choice of any partner. Thank you.
That's the last question.
Madam, on the sanitation issue, solid waste, containers, you are supposed to have 2 containers. One of them is broken down. What is the issue with it right now?
Honorable Chair, the container was replaced and brought back to the district.
Are the auditors aware that it's been replaced?
Yes, we have informed them.
Auditors, could you confirm, please?
Yes, Honorable Chair, the container has been replaced.
You are discharged.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair and the team. We wish you safe journey back to Accra.
Thank you. We also wish you safe journey too.
Thank you.
Do we have any more assemblies here? Savlogu is here. Let me see. If we need to take 30 minutes health break. So we are taking 30 minutes. We'll be back shortly. Yes. Health break. We need to do Tai Chi.
and this resulted in a penalty of 4,132.59 Ghana cedis. The auditors recommended that you pay this penalty. Have you paid this as at now?
Yes, Honorable Chair. The said amount have been paid into the Auditor General's recovery account.
Auditors, any confirmation to that?
Yes, Honorable Chair, the amount was paid just this morning, and we have the receipt.
Auditors, are you just confirming it was paid today?
Yes, so we have the...
Because this report we have here was released last year, around May 2025, around June 2025. And today, as we speak, is April 2026. It took you almost a year before you paid this 4,000 Ghana cedis. And you were so confident about you paying. And it so happened it's paid just this morning. Chair, I think I would have to defer to you.
How much did you pay?
We paid 4,133.
133. Now, there was a penalty amount.
It's a penalty. Yes.
Now, who paid this penalty amount?
The district finance officer in the name of Alessandra Mane.
Now, did he pay out of his own pocket or through IGF?
He paid it from his pocket, please.
He paid us from his pocket?
Yes, Honorable Chair.
And there's evidence of that?
Yes, Honorable Chair.
Should there be any other penalty? MFO, are you the one?
No, Honorable Chair. That's my boss.
Your boss?
Yes, please.
Is he here?
No, please.
Why didn't he come?
He's indisposed.
Conveniently, he is indisposed. You are doing your job, you are supposed to pay the taxes to SNIT, and then you neglect. Should there be any further penalties, it will come from his pocket again. It's just that simple. Hey, Abane Juma. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is to our auditors. I wanted a clarity on something. The penalty payment on the delayed SSF contribution is been, the Assembly has been directed to pay it to the Auditor General's recoveries account. Should that be the exact place to be paid in? I just wanted clarification. Because you quoted the Pensions Act 2008.
Yeah, Honorable Chair, they had paid a penalty out of the resources of the Assembly. And then we asked that because of someone's negligence, that amount should be recovered from the MFO. And that is what the MFO did, paying the amount into the Aegis Recoveries account for onward transfer into the consolidated fund.
You know, when there's a penalty out of your negligence and you pay, it has to come from your pocket. This is Savlugu, right? Okay, I'll be keeping an eye on Savlugu again. The 2025 reports will be out soon. Okay. You are discharged.
Honorable Chair, I'm here. Well noted. Very well, sir. Well noted. No problem, Honorable.
Any other district assembly? Any assembly left? Okay, now let's go to the schools. It's Gambaga College of Education. Are you here?
Kitty. Kitty.
Huh? Senior. Which? Now, where are the colleges of education? Nobody here. Oh. Where's Baga? You are. Okay, please sit down. Now, are there some high schools over here? Oh, okay. Which? Can I get a list of the high schools, please?
Please put on your mic, eh? Kenny.
I shall give before this commission. Shall be the truth. The whole truth. Nothing but the truth. And nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Please have a seat and then introduce yourself to us.
Thank you. I am Ghazali Isahaku, the principal.
My name is Tingoti Francis Kombong, the finance officer.
I am Abdallah Baba, internal auditor.
I am Musa Zakaria, the college registrar.
Honorable Abena Osei will handle your issues.
Please, have you introduced yourselves?
Yes, Chair.
Is the principal here?
Yes.
You are the principal?
I'm the principal.
Okay. So, it's just a brief conversation, so don't be alarmed in any way. I noticed that there was a huge fall in the income that was, or the government subvention that you were supposed to receive in 2024. In 2023, you had 48.6 million Ghana cedis. And then in 2022, you had 16.2 million. So the auditors mentioned that there was, your position deteriorated, and there was a 59% dip in your income. Not to, but I think when I went through the whole account, I realized that in the midst of that, you managed your expenditure very well. In the midst of that, you made sure you did not go over and above. I looked at your compensation of employees. The increment was about $1 million and a little over $1 million. You knew you did not have money. You went ahead and then you reduced, even though it's not too huge, you reduced your goods, the use of goods and services. And so I realized, you yourself realized the challenge, and you tried to live within your means. That notwithstanding, there was a deficit of about 10.1 million, and that also reduced your current ratio. One school was here, they knew they had issues. They ended up giving us a huge loss, and they did not live within their means. But clearly, I can understand there was a huge fall in your government subvention, and you lived within your means. So tell us, what happened? How come government subvention decreased from 48.6 million to 16.2 million?
Thank you, Chair. I would like the finance officer to address that. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I think in 2024, we didn't get much from government. What made us to have recorded huge amount in the previous year, 2023, was some support from the government of Ghana through GET Fund for infrastructure development. And so it is not a usual item that comes every year. In 2024, we didn't have that. That is the reason. Thank you, Chair.
And your academic fees, yes, your academic fees dropped from 6.5 million in 2023 to 6.2 million in 2024. When you didn't have money, it didn't push you to collect more fees. Not collect more fees, but maximize the use of the collection of your fees. Because if in 2023 you were able to collect 6.5, how come in 2024 you collected 6.2?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. The revenue differences, I think that came as a result of the restrictions on the admission numbers. The fees we generate from the school is mainly driven by the student numbers. And so when the quota system was in place, we are restricted to a certain number to admit in a year. And that accounted for that marginal differences. Thank you, Chair.
So has the enrollment numbers gone up, or the restrictions are still there?
Chair, the restrictions are still there.
Then maybe you have to look through your numbers and cut some expenditure, because you need to fix the deficit position that you have. It cannot continue like this on your books.
I agree with you, Honorable.
So what do you intend to do, or what are you doing?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. There are a lot of measures that we have put in place, and it's helping the college.
Can you give me some
one,
specific? Yeah.
We've been able to introduce the college poultry farm as part of our IGF support. It is also a practicum center for the training of the agric students. So it is helping us. I think among the colleges in Ghana, we stand as the #1 college that has a...
Since when did you start this?
We've started this 4 years ago. and we are able to manage it. That is where we are able to cut down feeding cost by the protein that we are able to give to the students. We don't go out to buy, then we sell the rest to the public. So it's part of the measures that we have put in place. Another measure is also to ensure that we exercise control over expenditure so that needless expenditures are not entertained. I think the principal is strict on that. Thank you, Chair.
And I'm looking at your non-current assets as well, and I saw that it had reduced by 8.7 million.
Okay. Thank you, Chair. That reduction is as a result of the provision for depreciation. You know, when we were asked to ensure that we adopt the IPSAS standards, every year we have to make the provision for depreciation. Thank you.
Your current ratio is getting worse. So like I told you, other areas of IGF that can help you reduce your expenditure or compensate for the shortfall in government subvention will do you a lot of good so that we can help reduce the 10.1 million loss. We don't want to see this in 2025. I know the auditors are almost there. If they are not there, they are almost at your end.
That's true, Chair.
Okay.
Thank you, Chair. The principal, we appreciate your efforts to manage the deficit that you have. And we've been made to understand that you use practicals and other things to raise poultry. And I think you are into crop production as well. Yes, I want to know, how are you managing this vis-a-vis contact hours? Is it not affecting contact hours?
Yeah. Thank you, Chair. I think this is rather making effective use of contact hours. The poultry is just serving as the laboratory for those doing Bachelor of Education agric option. And instead of going outside the college to look for a practical farm, we have it on campus, and it's making things a little bit easier and more efficient. And regarding the crops, as you mentioned, those that involve practicals, they go there to the farm and back to the classroom. However, where we need labor outside, we actually rely on outside labor to support the farm to run. Thank you.
No.
Yeah. The management issues raised by the auditors, one of which is failure to serve bond after steady leave with pay. This issue, you better give us a genuine and good explanation, and whether you have retrieved the money or not. Otherwise, today. It's related to Dr. Bukari Hamidu Ibrahim.
Yeah, thank you, Chair.
Is that it? Is he the one, Dr.
He's the one.
Bukari?
Yes, Dr. Bukari Hamidu Ibrahim.
Okay.
Yes, Chair. He was bonded, and after finishing the bond, he decided to leave. The college drew his attention to the bond, but he went ahead. Auditors raised the issue and suggested that he refunds whatever commitment
so
that
he
yes.
Is he in the country?
He is in the country. He's currently with CK Tedem.
Oh, CK Tedem.
Yes, please. And we have written to him regarding this. I think a number of times we've sent him a reminder, but he failed to respond to our letters.
So who were those who, signed on his documentation for him to enable him go and study?
Registrar, can you remember?
You haven't checked that?
I haven't checked that.
What?
I haven't checked that, yes.
But what does the law say? Because if you ask for study leave, certainly someone should endorse or should have endorsed his forms. Do you want to defer to someone to help?
Yes, yes, please. Secretary. Registrar.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. The guarantors duly signed the bond form and they are still in active service. But
Who are the guarantors?
this Honorable Chair, I cannot confirm that now.
You cannot confirm.
That
You
now.
just said that the guarantors signed the form. So how do you know the guarantors signed the form?
Honorable Chair, I went through the forms, the bond forms at the time of the
So when you
applicant
went through the bond forms, you did not see those who had signed?
Honorable Chair, I saw those who signed. Just
So-
I can't remember immediately. their
Okay,
name.
so we will ask you to come back tomorrow with the bond forms, and then we will see the names. And you come and sit here. Because of this, you come with the whole team again tomorrow to come and sit and tell us who signed the bond forms, and then we can take it up from there. So we'll step down this matter, wait for you tomorrow, and then you can give us the details.
Honorable Chair,
We
if
move
I
to
may
the
please.
next one. Don't answer. You said you can't. So we move to the next one. Tomorrow you come and give us the answer. Student indebtedness of 466,000 Ghana cedis.
Right.
We are told about 174 students owe the school 466,000 Ghana cedis. And per the audits, they are saying that management failed to collect these outstanding totals. Can you give us an update on this particular infraction that you were cited for?
Right. Thank you. I would like finance officer to address that.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. These students were students who were yet to graduate. They were just about ending their term with the college. So we took steps and communicated with them that if you fail to honor your obligations, then during graduation, you will not be allowed to have your certificate. So because of that, they were able to pay the money. We recovered all that, and we presented the evidence with the bank statement to the auditors, which they also verified. Thank you.
Auditors, can you please verify, confirm?
Yeah, Honorable Chair, we can confirm that the entire amount has been recovered.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. I'm done with the infractions, except that they'll go and come back tomorrow with the details, and then we can continue with that. Thank you.
Madam, let me ask a question about this guy, his bond. You say it's a CK Tedema?
Yes.
How far is this?
It's at Navrungo, University of...
So you know he's there?
Yes, please.
And you can't contact him at that school?
Chair, let me give a little bit details. We informed GTEC to support us. I remember the Director General called even the Vice Chancellor to get him to get back, or he refunds whatever commitment that he has with the college. I remember the last time this issue came up, we drew his attention, and he even came to Accra to explain himself, because that is what he...
To whom?
He said he wanted to meet the committee himself and explain that, and that is why
Anyway.
all along...
All right, tomorrow...
He didn't owe us any explanation for these things.
Tomorrow, we'll get to the bottom of it.
Okay.
Hey. Some of you want to see handcuffs before you talk. All right, you are discharged.
Thank you a lot.
Let's call St. Charles SHS. Okay. 373. Deputy Director of Education is here, right? Oh, okay. So if you could also be administered the oath, please.
Touching the matter in issue shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Please sit down and introduce yourself to the committee.
Honorable Chair, I'm Isahak Munawaro, Acting Deputy Director General in charge of Quality and Access, Ghana Education Service. I am Gulu Toma, the headmaster for St. Charles Minor Seminary Senior High School.
I'm Reverend Father Robert Kwasha Maga, Assistant Headmaster Administration.
St. Charles, you brought your Reverend Minister to come and intimidate us today.
My name is Imoro Musa, Acting Director Finance, GES.
I'm Mensa Jerry, Internal Audit, GES.
I'm Osman Muhammad, the accountant. St. Charles.
Please, accountant from where?
St. Charles.
Where?
St. Charles.
St. Charles. Oh, okay.
Okay, St. Charles. I have just one question for you. Delayed projects. Yours is a one-story dormitory for 1.8 million. And this contract was awarded in 2020. What is the status of this project?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. As you indicated, it was awarded in 2020. Currently, the building has been roofed, but not plastered. I don't have the technical know-how, so I'm unable to tell the level of completion or the percentage of completion.
What is causing the delay?
I contacted the consultant as well as the contractor, and the indication I got was that his certificates have not been cleared. That's non-payment. That is causing the delay.
Now, since 2024, has there been any payment that you may know?
Not as I have been informed.
Have you guys contacted Get Fund administrator about it?
Yes, please. We notified Get Fund through our bosses, the regional as well as national. We wrote to them. We have the communications here.
Have they replied to you?
No, please.
The regional education director is here, right? Deputy director.
Yes. Yes, Chair. Yes, I'm not for the region. The Deputy Director General in charge of quality and access.
Yes.
National. The regional director asked the permission of the presiding chair to attend to an agent issue.
So will he be here tomorrow? Or the whole of this week? He will not be here.
God willing, he will be there. He will come.
He'll be here when?
We didn't discuss that, Chair.
Yes, because what the headmaster is saying, we will need him to confirm as to whether he has received the letter for onward submission to Get Fund or whoever the awarding agency is. And he's not here. I thought you said you sent it to the regional directors, directorate.
Through the director, the regional director,
yes.
Through the director general.
Yes.
Regarding the regional director's response, I got a response from the regional director
that
the letter is being forwarded.
Beyond that?
Beyond that, I have not heard from Get Fund.
It's a humble suggestion that I'm making. You see, we have a lot of these uncompleted projects running through the reports. And then when we keep asking them, director, headmaster, we will not get any answer. I believe Get Fund should have been invited here.
Well, but some schools have done something and they gave us an update. Some told us they had a roofing level. Others also said they have completed 95%. Even others said they have completed and handed over. So it varies. That is why we give them the opportunity to tell their story.
Yes. So for these things not to reoccur, that is why I'm just
Honorable
happy. Because if we had them here,
I'm not the chair, but you don't have the floor on this one.
You see, Deputy Director General, do you have any knowledge of this letter?
Chairman, not directly on this one, but what we have done across the country is that the minister commissioned a committee to compile a report of all uncompleted projects, whether Get Fund or wherever the source of funding is one of the bases for the World Bank support to ensure that the ministry completes uncompleted projects from either the side of government, Get Fund, or other sources, just to ensure that enough space is created to ensure double track is ended by 2027. That's far. And 2 days ago, I went to Get Fund on the instruction of the Director General with the Finance Controller to talk to him about all of those payments. But he also indicated what his challenges are, and that once the funding is there, they will support. Thank you, Chair.
The head of the school, when did you write that letter?
There are a number of letters.
I'm talking about this one-story dormitory.
Okay. The first one was written in 2022.
2022?
Yes, please.
And you haven't received any...
Then, in 2023, I made a follow-up on that.
Yes. And since that time, and the Regional Director General hasn't replied to you.
The regional responded.
And what was the response?
The response was that they were following, they were forwarding the letter to the administrator.
I wanted to give you a free advice. That's a Reverend Father, right?
I'm the Reverend Father.
You are the Reverend Father?
Yes.
Dress him up. Let him put on his cassock. You too. You have your letters. Go to the Get Fund administrator. Because those people at the top are letting you down. Go to the Get Fund administrator. Explain your issue to him. These are my letters that I've written to you. I haven't had any response back. You go to the Reverend, with the Reverend Father, maybe a little bit of holy water. The man will listen to you. Because these bosses, they will just, I bet that they probably didn't forward the letter. Go there yourself. Go to Accra. 1.8 million. By the time the contractor touches it, cement, the cost, iron rods, then you may be paying another 1.8 million just to complete it. And then when you get it done, you show to the Deputy Director General, I've done it.
Noted.
Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. But in 2024, I met this honorable committee in connection with those projects. There is a second one which has not been captured. I'm even surprised. That one is an assembly hall. It was started in 2014. It's still also there. But the chairman then...
Headmaster, during the exit conference, why didn't you draw the auditor's attention that there was a second one that they did not capture?
Madam Chair, I did.
Did?
Yes, please.
But the auditors did not put it in the report. Auditors, please help us here.
Honorable Chair, the previous reports, when you take our previous report, you see some of these reports on the projects. So it is not every time that you will see it, captured in our report. We have already reported on that already. And like he has said,
I'm curious to listen to, so the chairman then, at that time, what did he say?
He made an instructive, statement here that all the stall projects were going to be completed before new projects of Get Fund will be awarded. So we thought it was actually going to work at the time.
I've given you my advice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Osofo dresses up in his castle. You go with him. Go and see the administrator. You'll find out the story will be different. Don't sit over here and think anything will happen for you. That's my 2 cents.
You see, the money is limited, but there are a lot of competing needs. So that the person who is more aggressive just like the Bible said, the woman who kept going to the judge every day, plead my case for me, plead my case for me. Eventually, the judge said, you are bothering me too much. It's okay, I'll do it for you. It's the same thing here, because there are a lot of projects out there, but the resources to complete them, to finish them, is limited. So that is not how it's supposed to be. But the more you go there, you don't sit and wait, but then you take that opportunity to go there yourself and, for lack of a better word, fight for what is yours. I believe that the situation will be different. So please, I had quite a number of uncompleted projects in my constituency some time ago concerning girls' dormitory in a secondary school. And that was the same approach I used. I kept going there. And they said, enough is enough. We'll do it for you. Sometimes you just have to do that to get things done. So, headmaster, and like available chairman has told you, no one, even if you are not Catholic and you see a reverend father dressed in, the full regalia coming to your office, that alone, and the prayers will leave for you, would change something in your life. So you better do it for Reverend Father. So listen to my chairman's advice and let it happen that way.
Take pictures.
Well noted.
Take pictures of the building, the letters you've written to your bosses who may or may not have done anything about it. All right, you are discharged. Yes.
The auditors. You see, my chair flagged my question down, but it is coming in a different way. But this time around, not to the chair. You see, I have a challenge here. Personally, some of us, we don't want to recount what we have gone through. You see, you have been a former Minister of Finance.
Correct yourself.
You are
correct yourself.
Former Deputy Minister of Finance.
Minister of State.
Minister of Finance.
No, not Minister of Finance.
State.
Yes.
Minister of State in
Yes.
charge of Finance. So your portfolio, me, Bob, no rank. You see? Maybe you go to get fund.
Then stop it right there. This was not when I was minister.
No, I'm coming.
I'm talking about something that happened in 2016.
2016?
Yes, when I was MP,
you see,
and my government was not in power.
So
Honorable MP, let's move on. Let's move on.
Chairman
Chairman has advised them, so I think we should just let it pass. And let's do it. You don't need to be a minister to get things done. It's your resilience that pushes you to get things done.
There is something I also want to put across, so that at least all of us can use this as a leverage to have our way through. You see, my difficulty here is that we have a sponsoring agency which is sponsoring these projects. And the projects are scattered across. My place, I have a lot of them. Mm-hmm. But like you are saying, I don't have the cassock to wear. So when you go, you even not have a seat. I don't want to implicate anybody here. But from my own experience, maybe when I narrate it here, it will be something else. So my suggestion is that it shouldn't be whom you know or who you are before you can be attended to. You can go there a number of times. You won't get the attention, and that will not be the solution.
So what do you, can you state your issue?
What I'm suggesting to the auditors is that, you know, these projects are scattered there. They have been on the books for some time. And it's not the school that is sponsoring it. It is also not GS that is sponsoring the program. There's a sponsoring agency which is supposed to fund this project. Get fund. Why don't you? And we ask them the reason why. And they will tell us something before the committee. Before the committee, they can commit themselves here. Next year, when we come and these projects are still there, we can hold them responsible. This is my suggestion. So when you are
Honorable, you know, we work with rules, and the rule says the auditors should put it in their reports and bring to Parliament. They have nothing doing with Get Fund. They also have reports on Get Fund. So in their report to Get Fund, they can put it in there. But they have nothing to write to Get Fund personally that these are the projects scattered around the country, because we work with rules and we must abide by the rules. Thank you.
You are discharged.
Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Thank you, Chair.
Now let's call Islamic SHS.
I, Mohammed Isibu, do in the name of the Almighty Allah swear that the evidence I shall give before this committee touching the matter in issue shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me Allah.
Could you please introduce yourself to the committee?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I'm Muhammad Isifu, Headmaster, TAMALE Islamic Senior High.
I'm Zakaria Habib, Assistant Master in charge of administration.
I am Brema Fosseini, Assistant Accountant, Islamic Senior High.
Your story, it was awarded in 2015. Two-story what? Is it just, what kind of building is this?
A 12-unit classroom block.
Two-story?
12-unit classroom block.
12-unit classroom block.
Yes, please.
Director General, what are we doing about this?
Chair, we want to follow the rules and ensure that we remind GET funds, as I indicated. We need to receive, when we receive their letters, we actually route them through the minister attention, the GET fund administrator. And I indicated earlier on, as part of our humble responsibilities, we follow up as many times as possible, apart from the fact that I indicated all these are being put together so that those schools that need only furniture, we took them, those that need project completion, we have compiled those reports, and then we are putting them, the minister has seen it, and comprehensively, many of these projects will be handled. I want to defer to what the honorable member said, that it may not just be the individuals, running to solve their own problems, but the system being put in place to ensure that we identify where the projects are and begin to deal with them one after the other. And that's exactly what Management of the Ghana Education Service is working through the Minister for the attention of GET Fund Administrator. Thank you, Chair.
You see, do you guys still need a classroom block? Headmaster, do you still need this classroom block?
Honorable Chair, the facility was completed in August, and we are utilizing the classroom as at now.
Was completed?
In August.
Oh, but when I was asking the question,
oh, okay,
I asked you, so the building is now done?
The building itself is completed, Honorable, and we are using it.
Auditors, could you confirm, please?
Yes, Honorable Chair, as indicated, 20th August 2025, the project was completed and handed over and is currently in use. We have pictures here. Pictures here to show
the
that.
Deputy Director General was telling us something about following rules. So, what was that story? Because the building has already been completed.
Oh, that is what is stated in the district. Because I was responding respectfully, I was responding to your question, but I was briefed that the building is completed.
You are discharged.
Thank you, sir.
So, who else is left over here? Any school or any district?
Deputy Director General, yes, one thing, to be honest with you, sometimes the problem is from us. In the formula or maybe, yes, for the year for Get Fund, they may not have budgeted for a school in, let's say, Tiwa East. I have a problem. I go there, I beg them, and then they give me the contract. Knowing very well that they don't have the money, but once you give it to a contractor and it's coming from government, the contractor knows that come what may, I will get my money. So there's nothing wrong with going back in that same vein when you realize that the project has stalled, to go and convince them to come in. Because clearly, sometimes it is not in their budget, but you have an emergency, something has come up, and when you go there, they can't watch you go back the same. So then they end up giving you a project that they will spread across the year, along the year, and then pay for it. So it's not just the system, but we also, members of parliament, are also part of it. And we all need to work together. Whatever we have to do, the systems will have to be in place. But there's nothing wrong with you going the extra mile to go and make sure that, these things, just like you went to make sure the project was given to your constituency or a district. It's the same way. So the systems must go hand in hand with we, the human beings, as well.
Noted with gratitude.
Yeah. Please, those over there, are you public accounts? Or you are also from the districts, and then we can bring you here. So on this note, we'd like to bring today's meeting to a close. As Secretariat, please make sure you call all the colleges of education. They have to come tomorrow for us to complete that. Today we're able to do just 3 out of the 10, but on your schedule, they were supposed to come today. It is not good enough to say that I have written letters. Letters alone will not bring them in. You have to go the extra mile of calling them on phone and making sure you reach out to them to enable them come tomorrow. Tomorrow we're doing Northeast and Savannah for all the 4 reports. And so take note of that and let's make sure they all come in here. The schools, the district assemblies as well, and the colleges of education, so we can try and finish on Friday. Yes. So on this note, we'd like to bring our meeting to a close, and thank you so much. The auditors, members, you know, when the invitees are there, it is not okay to put the auditors on the spot. That's